Welcome back to the class, everyone. Today we are in the third match of the first week of 3-3, and we are up against a player called OK Boomer. Kind of a fun name. I like to think of myself as technologically challenged sometimes, and in that way I am kind of a boomer. So giving a little bit of background or a little bit more info on this exact fight here, let's go ahead and pull up the round. So this is our opponent, like I previously said. He does have a good advantage in a lot of areas. He has about 200 more relic levels overall. Omicrons, he has this beat by a bit. He has, all the good ones, plus all the bells and whistles for Darth Malgus, which we are going to have to face that on defense. As far as mods go, things are pretty even across the board. Like, we have him beat in the higher speed mods, but he has us beat in the lower speed mods, if that makes sense. So yeah, he has a pretty good advantage overall. There's nothing that he really has. There's nothing that we have that he really doesn't, and he has quite a bit more than we have. But that being said, I think we have a good chance, and honestly, I think the biggest issue is going to be his datacrons. We'll kind of get those into each fight. So his board looks pretty nasty. He's got Lord Vader with the level 9 datacron here. This is the really good one, as well as the very good level 9 Darth Vader datacron. I kind of know how to tackle this. I don't know if we'll beat it, but I don't really know how to tackle this one. Then he's got some other generally good teams like Nute, Giant Luke. This is the very good Giant Luke datacron, by the way, with the bonus turn, special ability. They get repost as well as 25% turn meter. So he's got this is probably one of the best datacron rosters that we've come across so far. And then we also have to deal with level 9 Malgus, as well as Han and Chewie Dash. I've never even seen this one before, so this one is going to be pretty interesting, what that is going to change on the Sith lineup, because typically I can just Padme that. My defense looks pretty standard. I actually swapped things up just a little bit. We do have our Lord Vader and JMK kind of holding down the fort, so to speak, here, as well as my pseudo-galactic legends Malgus and Starkiller. And then up top, we had just put Rey, just to make sure if they want to leave all 6 galactic legends on the board, they wouldn't at least be able to just take a free wall. So let's go ahead and see how we do. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start off with our Fennec Bamacron versus Lord Vader. This is a very good Lord Vader. He's an R9. He also has the right datacron where he gets his cooldowns increased constantly. And on top of that, he is going to get super fast ult. So we're able to come in immediately and get a swift kick on Maul. Don't kill him. And this is... He's got some really good RNG or really bad RNG with really good RNG at the same time. Because we didn't kill him, and he still had 3 hits left over, so we weren't able to kill him right then. We are able to kill him the next turn, so that's very nice. We do, obviously, as you can see, we have the correct datacron for BAM as well, where we're constantly being able to put damage immunity out. The SC up is also very helpful, as it gives Fennec stacking offense for the rest of the battle, which is really the only way that we're able to keep up with Lord Vader's mastery increase. Royal Guard is R7 as well as modded pretty well. I think he had a lot of defense primaries on him, which I don't love defense primaries for primary's sake, but it makes the armor shred very, very relevant here, because that's how we're able to get him down. You can see that last kick almost just one-shot him. He should go down, and then we can focus all of our firepower onto Lord Vader himself. So Royal Guard is now down. I would like to be able to get armor shreds on before we really start digging in, but the 5-turn long ability block that we have to deal with didn't really help with that. So Lord Vader's stacks of, I believe it's underestimated, aren't that high, so he's not healing too much. We're able to get the armor shred out on him, and now we're doing a pretty credible amount of damage, even with him being R9. We don't have an R8 Fennec. I really want one, but yeah, we get him down, and then he's not healing enough, underestimated, didn't get high enough, and we just kind of kill him. So very, very good for us. Hardest team down, and now we're going to go ahead and try to take out CLS. Last match, we tried Bad Batch and it failed, and then we cleaned up with Iden. So I figured, all right, let's try with Iden first and just, see if we can save Bad Batch for something else. It's always helpful. Land the initial stun, as it can't be resisted, so that was very good. We end up getting our Stormtrooper up. Everything's going pretty well. I try to keep them both stunned just because I really, really don't want Chewbacca to get blind out. Realistically, I don't want CLS to do a lot of other things as well. They kill Death Trooper on 1 hit, which is really not good. Again, trying to keep both of them stunned so that we can eventually build up our offense and then hopefully just kill them. I realize that might be a little bit harder, and I think we probably should have prioritized stunning the Nubak over there rather than CLS, because blind really neuters this team. Not only do we miss, but we also can't attack out a turn with blind as well, and that becomes very difficult. And then because we're gear 12, I don't know if I said that or you saw that at the very beginning, but yeah, our entire team is gear 12 versus R7. So as you guys can tell, this is now going very poorly. I'm trying to see, all right, can we actually get a kill here on someone? or do I just need a forfeit? So I drag it out probably longer than I should here, but they eventually do get Stormtrooper down, and we end up having to forfeit out of it entirely and just bring in a new squad. I guess that does take a minute for us to actually get there, but I mean, really, once we lose Death Trooper, the squad has no, I mean, it lacked a huge amount of offense before. It definitely lacks it now. So yeah, it looks like Stormtrooper just went down, so we go ahead and exit out. And we come in with Bad Batch. They did have a really good datacron. They had the 25% turn meter. Luckily, I have one as well for my Bad Batch, so we're able to kind of at least even that part out. We land the stun on all of them. This is not a tenacity modded CLS. Actually, a protection, which isn't ideal, but it does cause other issues. As you can see, our exposes did very little damage because, again, he had a lot of protection, and exposes are health-based damage, so it took a while to actually get through them. They do end up getting a few debuffs off, but we're able to strip everything before they go. The blind was also, again, not good. That prevented us from getting a kill over there on CLS because we knew that we were going to miss. Misplayed here. I thought that I forgot this this cleansed, and I was worried about the confusion not calling him to assist. It would have cleansed, it would have worked fine, but I had forgot this in the moment, and we end up calling in a tech. So this is a misplay. If you get in this exact situation, definitely call in your hunter there. Don't have enough damage to get CLS down. Luckily, our little, blunder there isn't going to cost us. We're going to be able to take out CLS, and then once he's out, there's really not a whole lot the squad can do. We're going to go ahead and use the AoE just to cleanse, toss things back over to Echo, rip off the ridiculous amount of buffs the entire team had. And like I said, once CLS is down, this team really doesn't go much of anywhere. So, going to take out Nubaka here with the exposes and call it a day for them. Next up, we actually have to take down a super giant Lucron. It's got repost, it has the 25% turn meter, it has the bonus turn. I don't know if we needed Watt here, but I definitely had decided, when this match really just started, that I was going to just take C against this. I didn't want to worry too much, and Watt really did bring a lot of value just because of the being able to get rid of the ability block. Mace does it on basic, so he's going to use his basic normally, but he's also going to be called to assist by both Jedi Knight Luke and Hoda through a few ways, actually. And right there would have been the ability block, and maybe this wouldn't have worked, but, we never even have to find out. Also, Watt survived, so cool on us for banners, I guess. Now we're going to have to take in something to get rid of his Supercron Darth Vader. This is a level 9, revive, cooldown increase Darth Vader. I just kind of happen to have Malik sitting around. Great character, but gosh, Malik just completely neuters this Datacron, because Vader is going to go in. The AI is dumb, it's always going to force crush. And he's just going to permafear himself. He's never going to get to Massacre. He's never going to get to Culling Blade, because his AI is always going to prioritize using the AoE, assuming he's not ability blocked. And yeah, he gets the revive there. That was kind of a bummer. But then again, he goes right into Force Crush and just fears himself. So we never really have to worry about that happening. And then we kill him. 54. I thought that was a very cheap counter, to be honest. I know, we didn't have a Datacron at all, I don't think. Or we might have had one that wasn't that influential, and he had a level 9. So very good for us. We go ahead and take in our Kyle Katarn now versus the Nute team. I don't love this. My Kara is R1, and because she's R1, R7 Django might just one-shot her, not just one-shot her, but perma-kill her. So we're trying to figure out what to do here on B1. We end up going with the middle ability because it'll hit twice, and then it'll also give us some other buffs that are pretty nice. And I wanted to have his initial buff first. We just go ahead and get rid of Extortion. Don't really want to play around with that. End up getting a worthless guy here. Things are going pretty well. Kara has just enough survivability so that Django not only doesn't kill her, but doesn't perma-kill her. So now, if Nute comes in and he takes a swing at her and her dice, we can actually revive her. But if Django does, we're just kind of dead in the water. So we get a lot of hits off here on Django. This is very nice. Get extorted. Luckily, Django goes for a character who has a debuff so that he can double tap, which means Kara doesn't, again, perma-die to him. We're able to heal everyone up pretty well. Again, getting rid of the extortion, not letting that spread. And we're able to get through both Djangos pretty quickly here. And now, once it's just Nute, there's really not a lot that he's going to be able to do on his own, especially without any extortion out there. So, again, we make sure to cleanse all that off. I was wanting to see if we could get back to Mon Mothma to heal, but just ended up having too much damage on everyone else. So we were able to win that one quite handily. Now we've cleared the bottom wall, and we're going to everything went exactly pretty much as I wanted to. Albeit, Iden didn't work, but whatever. We're just going to go ahead and take down SLKR here versus the Malgus team. Don't really like this Malgus team. I think Malik is better used elsewhere. I don't think he really changes the matchup. And Marauder brings nothing to the table, at least in 3v3. So, not doing a whole lot here. That being said, I don't think SLKR was losing against any comp that this was going to be. So we go ahead and take everyone out. Keep decreasing mastery on specifically Malgus, just because he may seem like a galactic legend, but he's not technically, which means that we can actually take away his mastery and make him significantly less effective. Keep stunning everyone except, Malgus, because we can't. He also had the really good Datacron, by the way. He has the... actually, no, he doesn't. Yeah, I don't think he had the good Datacron at all. I think he had all the wrong ones, actually. So, scratch that. But again, it probably doesn't matter. We're going to be able to, again, take down his mastery to the point where he's really just kind of neutered entirely. Hit Malik when we absolutely need to. And, I mean, Zombie's not losing taunt ever now. She's too low of health for it to be cleared and her to still be alive. So, she's always going to get it back. So, just Malgus left now. And like I said, there's really nothing that he's going to be able to do. I don't remember if we get ult here or not, or if we just kill him. Yeah, I think we just kill him. Full protection SLKR, so that was nice. Gotta take out Dash. This is not a super Dash, but I mean, still a pretty good team. They almost just completely destroy us in the very beginning. So we do go ahead and swap over to Grandmaster Yoda. We do steal the buffs. We have strategic advantage, so Han can't counter us here, which is very nice. Spread around all those high offensive buffs, and then just really start working on Chewbacca. And we're able to get rid of him almost instantly here. So Chewbacca's now down. The rest of the team should fall apart very quickly. They have little to no survivability. We're able to take out Dash, which went very, very well. And now we just have to kill Han, and we can call it a day here. So, good cleanup there. We're going to go ahead and take a nest against Phasma. I guess this battle's missing. But we used Wampa to kill Darth Revan. That definitely happened. It looks like I might not have edited properly to get that. This one was kind of funny. This is an Omicron TIE pilot. I was a little worried that he was going to just have too much damage, so we brought in Kira to make sure that we could get all of our protection back. And funnily enough, Kira just decided that she wasn't going to die this match, which is very rare. Like, she's gear 12, but still, like, this is a fully relic team that we're going up against, and it's not terrible. Phasma's she's the worst leader for First Order, but she's still, like, she's not... I don't know, maybe I'm just trying to make something to be true that's not true. 56, Kira survives. Anyways, bringing up our Sith Rampant versus their Grand Inquisitor. I was a little worried because this team was really well modded. The second sister had a ton of damage, but apparently maybe she needs to build. I mean, she didn't even take away Nihilus's protection. So this is going really well now. We're able to get cooldowns increased. We're able to isolate here. The enemy team really isn't doing anything. We pretty much immediately have a Annihilate ready to go from our Nihilus. Cyan is about to get held by hatred. We do just take out second sister. I don't really want her to get to anything. And now, I mean, yeah, this is really kind of sad. I know I've said this before, but this is a fully relic Inquisitor team. We're using gear 12s. Traya, Nihilus, and Cyan are all gear 12, and they're working just fine. I mean, that's an R8 ninth sister. I mean, this is... Yeah, anyways. We just keep continuing this on, and then once we get Grand Inquisitor, we can really just kind of press auto. There's nothing the enemy team is really going to be able to do here. There's nothing our own team can really do to get higher banners. Like, Nihilus has protection recovery, yes, but I mean, he's also taunting, and Ninth Sister's going to hit him every single turn, so that's not going to be able to do a whole lot with that. Eventually, we're just probably going to get Ninth Sister down low enough that we were able to annihilate her. I think that's how this works. I honestly don't remember. I probably stopped paying attention. Yep, 54, very nice. Gonna go ahead and take out their Fin Fin Po team now. Didn't have the turn meter Omicron. Even if they did, I'm pretty sure Hux blocks it. So just go ahead and take in our Hux here versus their team. We go ahead and cleanse the First Order TIE pilot. Just really take everyone down. If you're wondering why we're doing as much damage to us, because we do have the Omicron here, and that combined with Hux's basic leadership that improves basics does help a lot. Looking at Padme here versus Bam. R9 Bam. Bam on defense in threes is just not the way to go. He's countered by so many teams, and like they're not hard to pull off. Like this wasn't difficult. And Wrecker is like, he's not the ideal tank for this team. He's not good. Like he's no GK, he's not Mace. But yeah, he works just fine apparently, at least against this comp. So going in, taking out IG, taking out their Queel now. Order, I guess, really doesn't matter. Max health damage really does take care of this team to a great extent. And 56 on there. Got to take out their Mon Mothma team. Luckily, I don't believe they had... Yeah, they didn't have the 25% turn meter, so my Imperial Troopers were able to get ahead of them. That was very nice for us. And I mean, yeah, this is... Once you get ahead, we're going to be able to use the mass assist on Kyle. He's going to die immediately. And then we're going to have enough turn meter for both Dark and Piet to go again. And we're just going to slaughter them. So very easy win there. Our bounty hunters versus Dad Bob Boba and Zam. Really not a lot they can do here, even with us being under-geared. There's no tank. The weakest characters also happen just to be the character that I wanted to be hitting from the very beginning. We were able to get Contract immediately. Wanted to keep focusing Zam, and then I did just do the protection recovery for the sake of protection recovery. And now we can actually kill Zam with the big hit, so we get all these huge buffs. And I don't think we're going to be able to get full protection on Mando, but, you know, I'll take it. This is, I think, the last team we had to take out. Going ahead into Fleet now. No idea why my opponent placed Rebels on defense. He does have Profundity, but I don't think he remembered to change Fleet for 3v3. He only changed it for 5v5. So, you know, First Order really takes any Rebel, or at least Akbar fleet to town. We're able to do a lot of work on them right in the beginning, get the right stuns, do the right damage, and then, yeah, I mean, Millennium Falcon was dead instantly. Biggs was soon to follow. We bring in the Echelon. Get a mass assist there. I think they call in one of the Phoenix ships. It doesn't matter. Call in Silencer. Get target lock for fun. Give everyone turn meter and dead. So very easy battle. 72. I typically never get that on fleet, so that's very good for me. Taking in Malevolence against their Empire fleet. This is pretty standard. The combo's weird. I've never seen someone not start Vader. But it's not that bad. Despite the fact that you're really not getting a lot of worth out of your prototype, it's actually a pretty good comp, but I don't think it's worth neutering the whole Vader prototype interaction there. So we weren't able to kill the shuttle first. I think that was probably a mistake, or maybe I keep being told that we need to take in full geos against this, so I need to look into that. But we are eventually able to take out Shuttle, and then once Shuttle's dead, the bombers do go down rather easily. There's not a lot of survivability, at least against a dark side fleet with Adam. So prototype comes in, does a bunch of nasty stuff. Doesn't really matter that much. Get an interesting dodge there for our team. Gives us a nice amount of turn meter. We're able to start to come back here. Apply some more of the buzz droids and get the prototype out. Shouldn't have used that ability there. Just kind of wasted the stun. Should have held that definitely. I want to go after Vader just because he's the bigger threat right here. We could probably get around that taunt given enough time. Only got one assist there because everyone else was dazed. Got rid of the bomber. And then this is just really like inopportune. Like a bunch of things happened at once. The Annihilate not only killed our, you know, almost full health hyena, but also did a lot of damage to everyone else. So that ended up losing. Then this one, we mistimed the burner if you go back, and because we mistimed the burner, they just killed Millennium Falcon in the opening volley, and that entire counter is just in the garbage. So we do go ahead and just clean up the solo Vader that was there with our Radis team. I feel like I'm finally getting to know how to use this. I'm still a little skeptical on some things, and it doesn't help that she's only 5 stars, so her abilities aren't quite right. I feel a little bit like I know what I'm doing now. So we're able to take out Vader almost immediately, and that's all she wrote. So we did win the match. I'm not able to show you the board because we've already passed, you know, that allotted amount of time. You can see here that we got rank 1, which means we won all of our battles. So that's very nice. I'm going to go ahead and claim that. It went pretty well. Our opponent was not able to get through Lord Vader. He took a few shots, couldn't get through it. He did have to multi-shot Malgus, and I think he got through my JMK, probably mirrored there. So overall, 3-0 for the week, which is the first time this happened since Datacrons have happened. So I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty content, and we'll see what next week as a whole. But thank you guys for watching, and as always, stay awesome.